So I want to talk a little bit about this Ghislaine Maxwell's conviction. As most of you have pretty much already seen, she has been, of course, convicted of I think 6 charges, um, one of which has the highest penalty being sex trafficking. And I've been reflecting on this over the last few kind of hours as the news broke, and I wrote down some things here that I wanted to share with you. I thought maybe you might find them useful, maybe they might be something for you also to think about, or maybe they might trigger something in you that is something that you might want to think about in your own life. But before I get into those, guys, if you want to support me, my goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by June of 2022. So if you want to support me and you want to join me on that journey, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so let me share with you the things that I wrote down here. So the first thing that I wrote down is that women instinctively know when something isn't right. She decided to ignore it. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt because there are some situations where women are coerced, women are in a position where they can't escape, they don't see a way out, where they feel trapped. But ultimately, Giselle was a woman who, she says that she didn't know, well, one of the things that she talked about is that she didn't know what was happening. But women instinctively know when something isn't right. Women instinctively know when there is a red flag, when something just doesn't ring a bell, when something just is off. You know, if your partner is hiding things, if you ask somebody about, if you ask a man about a question and he evades it completely, if you find yourself in a situation where you say, I don't want to know anything, then that automatically means that something isn't right. Something about whatever the person is doing isn't right. And the thing is, a lot of us, you know, we don't pay attention to our instincts. A lot of us don't pay attention to what we know isn't right. It's interesting because I've spent a lot of time studying women who, particularly women, because women feel this a lot more than men, I think anyway. They feel their instincts when something isn't right. So I've spent a lot of women who have been either in domestic abuse relationships, or they've almost been kidnapped, or they've been abducted or something like this. And you hear the testimonies of these women, and you ask them, and usually the reporter or the talk host show will ask them, talk show host will ask them, didn't you have an inkling that something wasn't right? And all of them, all unanimously, all always say, do you know what? I knew I shouldn't have been walking down there. Do you know what? I just knew I couldn't trust him. Do you know what? I felt something was off. The moment I got into the car, I knew something was wrong. The moment, whatever. So my thing to you, and I guess if you're a woman, I guess if you're a brother, I guess if you have a family member of yours who is a woman, is that you need to be talking about your instincts. You need to be focusing on talking to your family members, your sisters, your cousins about instincts, right? I know that we're living in this world of logic, and we're living in this world of having all the answers, and we're living in this world of kind of functioning from this higher consciousness. But there is a reason why we have these emotions, these instincts, particularly for women. And I just think that a lot of us evade them, and a lot of us run away from them when they're there for a reason. There is a reason why we have those instincts. And I think that technology and advancements in technology have put us in a place where many of us are ignoring them, right? The second thing that I wrote down here was that we have made great strides in protecting men against women, but none to protect women against women. Let me repeat that. We have made great strides in protecting men against women, but none to protect women against women. I mean, guys, if you look at the judicial system, essentially the judicial system, and in fact, if you look at the way in which the world is set up, the world is set up in such a way that is designed to protect women and children. But the world isn't set up to protect women against other women. And actually, if you look at how women respond to women who are malicious, women who are out to attack them, a lot of women, a lot of the time, don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. They don't know who to turn to, because it's something that a lot of women are not trained to do. You know, a lot of women are told by their friends, whatever, go in groups and don't walk home late at night. But women are not told, watch out for these women, be aware of these kinds of women, right? And here's where I take it even further. Men are not told about certain types of women who are malicious, who are vindictive, who are liars, who are manipulators. Men just are not taught about those. And I talk from experience when I talk about this, because of my job and my research, I've had to study women. And I will tell you, it's been shocking for me to discover some of the things that I have discovered about women. It is really, really, I've been very, very, very naive. I mean, for example, one of the things that has been shocking for me is to discover that I thought that the majority of the people who cheat are men, right? The narrative is men are liars, men are cheaters. But then I was like, hold on a minute. If women know instinctively that something isn't right, and in order for a man to cheat, he has to cheat with, well, usually, typically, genuinely speaking, if we exclude the gay community and the lesbian and the LGBT community, and let's just look at the heterosexual community, if he cheats, that means he has to cheat with a woman. And if women instinctively know when a man is lying, they know when something is off, when something isn't right, that means that they know that they're cheating. They know that the guy is lying, and yet they continue to go along with it. It was shocking for me when I discovered that there are women who deliberately go out to find men who are married. And they will try to get the man they know that the man is married, they know that the man is in a good job, they know the man is secure, and they will try to get that man, because it's easier for a woman to not have to build a man up and to go with a man where they're going to have to work hard and they're going to have to build a life together. They would rather go for a man who's already set and steal him away from another woman. And I thought, women can't be that malicious. Women can't be that manipulative. No way. But they are. I discovered that there are women out there who, if they will marry you, and they will marry you, stay with you for 2 years, and their plan all along was to take everything from you. And I was like, no, women are not like that. Women are not that. There are some women who will do that, right? There are some women I've just been researching something just this morning. What have I been researching? A concept that actually I've never really heard of, which is this is called parental alienation. This is what parental alienation is. When a child's resistance or hostility towards one parent is not justified and is the result of psychological manipulation by the other parent. Meaning, basically, there's been a rise in the family courts of this situation of of parental alienation, where basically one parent is teaching their child to hate the other parent, so that the child doesn't want to go and spend time with the other parent, right? And I thought, no way. There's nobody that sick that can do that. Women do that. Women will set them. I was learning about something called a molestation order, and this is actually how I came about this, because what I found out was that one of the they were saying that, I think it was something like 80% in all divorce cases in America, 80% of them, women file for molestation orders. And I thought, that can't be right. No way. I mean, that's ridiculous. There is no way women are that sick. There can't be that many women who are saying that their partner is trying to touch their children. No way. That can't be true. But women do it because they want full custody of the children. They basically use a child to get leverage over the guy. And I thought, wow, there are women who will do that? And if you think that they will do that to a man, guess what they will do to a woman? And women aren't even protected. The law isn't designed to protect women against women. It just isn't, right? The law is most laws are designed to protect men against women. And so it's absolutely fascinating when you begin to look at this stuff. And so anyway, point being is that's what I was thinking about. And I was just thinking about, as men, women, we have to make sure that we educate our daughters, that we educate our wives, that we educate our friends, our cousins, people within our community, that women do also possess the ability to manipulate, to lie, to cheat, that they can be evil as well, right? Satan doesn't come just in the image of a man. Satan comes also in the image of a woman. So I don't know whether you agree with me or you disagree. I'd love to hear you. This is a conversation. I want us to converse. I want us to have these conversations because I think that they're really important. What do you think? Do you think that do you think that Ghislaine knew about all of this stuff? I'd love to hear from you. Comment below, guys. And remember, please help me get to my 1,000 subscribers, guys, by June. I'd really appreciate it.